Welcome to Star Wars 20. We're talking about all things Star Wars in under 20 minutes.
Hi, my name is Jeff. I'll be filling in for Dave this week. He pulled the unfortunate duty of bikini model on Jabba's sail barge. Photos to follow. In Star Wars news, we'll talk about Star Wars The Force Awakens finishing its theatrical run and all the money it made in the 6-month span.
My name is Jonathan, and we're going to talk about the Star Wars Spectacular Fireworks Show in Orlando, Florida.
And finally, we'll talk about Rian Johnson tweeting that Star Wars Episode VIII is in its final stretch run of filming. We have other Star Wars news to talk to you about tonight.
Welcome to Star Wars 20. Perfect, I love it. Force Awakens has finally ended its 6-month theatrical run.
That's right, John. Domestically, it made over $900 million, making it #1 over the United States.
That's very impressive, since the original domestically was around $700 million, which is Avatar, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. And then, of course, worldwide, it made over $2 billion, coming in #3, also behind, like you said, Avatar and Titanic.
James Cameron.
James Cameron.
We have some birthdays to celebrate. June 9th was Natalie Portman's Padme Amidala's 35th birthday.
That's right. Also celebrating the month of June, on the 7th, Liam Neeson, also known as Qui-Gon Jinn, turned 64.
Also on June 7th was Dave Filoni. He turned 42. He's in charge of Rebels and the Clone Wars, and he has the perfect hat, which I actually don't think I'd recognize him without his hat. I don't think I would.
Is that right? It's one of those people that you only see
with the hat.
Yeah, impossible to recognize. And then finally, last but certainly least, Michael Pennington, also born on June the 7th, turned 73, performed the part of Moff Tarjarad in Return of the Jedi. And of course, a famous line,
"We shall double our efforts, and we need more men."
That's right.
Star Wars: The Galactic Spectacular will be lighting up the skies this Friday on June 17th.
That's right. But only can be seen at Disney World's Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida.
It will take at least 3 or 4 viewings to take in everything that is happening with projections up in the sky.
That's right. But you can expect to see a tower of fire, spotlight beams creating a massive lightsaber in the sky.
I'm hoping it's there next year in April when some of the members of the show are going to go to their Celebration in Orlando. So it'll be awesome.
Yeah, you'd hope it'd stick around for Star Wars Celebration, right? Or at least make a return.
Yeah. Disneyland is testing its new interactive droids that will roam the expanded Star Wars land.
Although it's still at least 2 years away from opening, the new interactive droid called Jake was being tested at Star Wars Launch Bay at Disneyland.
Video just looked like he was kind of on a rumba, moving around.
That's right.
Pretty cool.
I agree with you. Pretty much just cleaning the floors.
But it's still awesome. I want one.
Yeah, I thought I saw him running into walls and then turning and going the opposite direction.
And you can see the links to all the stuff we talked about on the show in the description below. And now we're off to the movies. Rian Johnson tweeted a photo of a Jedi robe with a note saying Episode VIII is in its home stretch.
Home stretch, that means it's just getting started, right, John?
Yes, unfortunately, with the reshoots and all the editing, we won't have it for another year or so, but at least they're getting somewhere.
Right around the corner, it's still very exciting to see something.
Yes. John Williams wants to compose Episode VIII.
That's right. He recently told Kathleen Kennedy, "I'm happy to do it," he quotes, "but the real reason is I didn't want anybody else writing music for Daisy Ridley."
Yes, I think John Williams has to do it. People are pretty upset if it wasn't John, but I know there's other guys that are pretty good at it, but no one's quite like John Williams.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If anybody else is going to make sweet music with Daisy Ridley, it better be John Williams.
or me, okay. Mads Mikkelson recently downplayed the drama on Rogue One reshoots.
Yeah. So he said, "All the big films I have done always have reshoots. It is part of their budget. It's the same film. It's just adding little bits here and there to do the final polishing. That's my feeling." So that's what he said.
That's pretty
hard to
good.
say.
I'm happy that it doesn't seem too drastic. Pretty much all movies have reshoots. Somehow this got blown out of proportion,
Sure.
but I'm glad it's not too bad.
Yeah, that story kind of took the internet by storm.
Yeah, everyone's scared. It's a terrible movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
Disney executives are calling for reshoots, but everyone else is playing it off as just normal part of filmmaking.
And now we're off to our rumor section, the Bothan Spies. If you don't want to see the rumors, click this link right here. But you really want to see the rumors.
You do. They're really good.
Really good. Hi, Daisy. Think she watches?
I'm sure she sees this.
Mr. Ghostface Lives reports on the Weko.uk website. Never heard of it. Reports Leia will be written out of Episode VIII early on in the movie.
Hey, that's Mr. Ghostface. Oh, you did say Mr. Okay, sorry about that. So yes, he does go on to say that she survives due to the use of the Force.
Yes, sister's going to use the Force in such a dramatic way, she's going to be written out of the movie very early on.
Very exciting, very exciting. We're excited to see Princess Leia use the Force and kill herself, apparently. So hopefully it's not something that dramatic, but excited to hear that she's using the Force.
Very excited. We'll see. It'll be pretty awesome to watch. And that's it for our rumor section. We're off to the Cantina. Cantina! Woo!
Glad I finally made it.
I'm glad you're
some
finally
sand
here.
dunes.
The
Crazy.
service is horrible.
Crazy.
Though. Service is horrible.
As you can
working
see, my
tonight.
glass is empty.
Maybe Dave's working tonight.
Yeah.
EA released a statement and a short video on the future Star Wars games for the next several years.
This video is really cool.
Yes, it's very
They
awesome.
have little droids going around, kind of some live action. What I really love is the city shots because they have like a Star Destroyer hanging over the city for, what was it, Montreal?
Yes, it was Montreal. They showed us all the different companies that are working on it, and it's all over the globe.
It's incredible. We
Yeah.
did this story, right? Where
Yes.
they're going to come out with like 1,000 video games.
Yeah.
now. So we get a Star Wars movie every year. We get 1,000 video games between now and tomorrow. It's just an awesome time to be a Star Wars
It's
fan.
under saturation, if you ask me. Not enough
Is it?
Star Wars.
Just
That's
not
right.
enough?
That's right.
Not enough?
Yeah, not enough.
Well, since Return of the Jedi, we really didn't have any good Star Wars. Right? 2016, more
debate
content
for another show.
He's wrong. 2016, more content for Battlefront, including Bespin and Death Star, and a potential VR mission.
Yes, the VR mission. They showed a little bit of a clip, and it looks like you're flying an X-wing. And you had the set on, which was.
Have you done any VR stuff? Have you
No,
done
I haven't.
VR
I don't
stuff?
think so. No.
I haven't either. If you've done any VR stuff, we'd love for you to just
The clean stuff.
let us know if it's really cool. Because it's sight and sound, right? And if I look around, it's like I'm looking.
Oh, you know what? I have
around
done
in the
VR.
virtual
Sorry, I
world.
forgot. Star Wars released some VR stuff on their Star Wars app about right before The Force Awakens comes out. If anyone has the Star Wars app, it's actually pretty awesome. You do that, and you move around, you see BB-8. It's pretty cool.
Oh, on Facebook. It was on Facebook.
No, it's on the Star Wars app.
It's on the Star Wars app.
Yeah.
I know Facebook had a preview of Jakku that you could look around in 360. Facebook's
How are you
been
gonna
pushing
do?
the
What are
VR.
you gonna do? You do your phone like this?
Well, there's sand. There's some sand.
No, there's like speeder bikes going by in the distance and weird sounds and stuff like that. But you can put
Sand.
your phone into
It's
VR
probably
goggles.
the same video, but Star Wars app has that. But it's got 8 or so clips that connect back to back,
That's really cool.
and you can look up, you can look around. It's pretty awesome.
You need to buy one so we can use it.
Okay, yes.
Budgeting
Show,
again. Budgeting
people
again.
start buying the product on the links. We'll make some money that I can't
That's right.
get.
Fundar Show. We all need VR headsets. Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes updates like guilds and raids.
That's the mobile game with all the little heroes you can play with, and you can make your own team. A team that's never been together from different stories and timelines, and it looks pretty awesome. And the guilds and raids sound awesome for that.
Yeah, you team up as a group sometimes to complete missions, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
defeat foes.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Mara Jade in it? Or only official
I think if you
multitude
create
of characters?
her, maybe yourself.
Really?
Maybe.
We can get some weird science up in here.
Clearly.
And celebrating the 5th anniversary of the Old Republic, new undisclosed content will be released this year. I wish they would have given us more info, but the Old Republic has always looked awesome. I tried playing it. So much content, it blows your mind out. So it's actually too much content.
So it's like it's 5 years old.
6 years. I think 5th anniversary means it's 6 years old, right?
No, I think that means it's 5 years old.
So when your first anniversary, you're
1 year. Yeah, that's right.
What is in that thing?
I don't know.
I need some more.
That's a new math, folks. New math.
We're gonna start a new math YouTube channel.
That's right.
2017, a new installment of Battlefront.
Woo woo with content.
What do you mean? Woo, woo,
Just when I was
content?
getting annoyed with the old one. That's great.
Yeah, I
They
still haven't
said
discovered
they
everything in there.
rushed the last Battlefront to get it out.
Sure.
Before the movie came out. That's why they rushed it out. That's why there's no actual story mode in it. Hopefully there's some kind of story mode.
Dude, if there's story mode, I'll buy a whole nother Battlefront. But I feel like I have a Battlefront. I can go into all the maps that I've ever wanted to play in Star Wars.
Which was going to include Death Star and Bespin soon. Death Star's going to be so awesome. But yeah.
Battle of Bespin?
Yeah.
What, you
It's
fly around in
interior.
circles?
No, it's interior. You can see in the clip here. It looks like they show a hallway
There was some
where
shooting,
Vader
yeah.
and Luke seemed to lightsaber fight. It seemed like I thought I saw a
There
clip
were-
in the video.
Luke was chasing Leia and the Wookiee as they're rushing them off. Remember the stormtroopers standing behind
Do
shooting?
you remember the movie, Alan? Do you remember that part?
I remember
The
Luke chasing
greatest Star
Leia.
Wars movie
It was
ever.
a little awkward eventually. Chasing
He
her.
caught up to her eventually.
Yeah. All right. So 2018, a new action-adventure game from Visceral Games. What's this about?
They have very little information on it, but when we saw the video, it shows motion capture people fighting with the lightsabers. So I'm hoping that's for that game, because it'll be an action-adventure game that's only action-adventure game, which would be really awesome. So not just have to rely on playing with other people, but actually having so much content you can play for hours pretty much by yourself, which not do with other people, since that's what I like to do.
I'm a fan of playing by yourself, especially if there's lots of content. So like story mode, right?
Yes.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Beyond, Respawn, which is an entertainment in a third-person action-adventure game, one that takes place in a different timeline we have yet to explore with Star Wars titles.
Well, that sounds exciting, but so many question marks. Different timeline.
What timeline have we not explored?
I mean, it could have been before the Old Republic. I mean,
Could.
even
So like this is like a Darth
Well, this
Plagueis
is it.
kind of a
This is
story.
also
no,
in
Darth
game
Plagueis
mode.
is way after the Old Republic. Darth Plagueis.
But that's a timeline we haven't explored.
That is a time I haven't explored. But I think I want the Rise of the Sith, stuff like that.
I
That'd
don't
be-
know. I think I want the origins of Salacious Crumb.
You mean Salacious Crumb, man?
He's awesome.
He's alright.
Short video game.
You don't know where he came from. He could have been
Just
born
say.
with fur.
You don't
You
know
don't know
where
how
he's
he
been.
lost that.
I don't want to know where he's been.
And now we're off to May the Fan Be With You.
This is our favorite section because obviously we're fans.
We're talking about fan art, a Rogue One poster by Messy Panda. If you look at the poster, it looks amazing. I don't know if it's drawn or if he just rendered it somehow with some app, but it looks awesome.
I don't think you can do that with an app. We have our high-res version here.
That's right.
That's just incredible.
I love the giant Vader in the back, ominous like most.
Kind of built
No.
inside the Death Star there
Yeah.
a little bit.
You know what's interesting about this is they haven't actually come out and said that Darth Vader's in Rogue One yet,
Agreed.
right? They haven't confirmed
No,
that.
they-
Is that confirmed?
They confirmed it.
I mean,
they
he's gonna be in
they
it,
made
but-
costumes for him. That was confirmed, and they have an actor, stunt
Oh, that's
actor
right.
playing.
That's right. So that's gonna be incredible.
And that was one of the rumors behind the reshoots, right? Is that Darth Vader was in it, and maybe his scenes
Yes.
were too violent.
That's right. Supposedly, well, this isn't in the
can't
rumors
do that.
section, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Luke had filmed something where he was supposed to be pretty cool, and then they viewed Rogue One, and Darth Vader was even cooler, and they were like, well, wait, we can't downplay Luke. So they're trying to downplay Vader and upplay Luke a little bit, is what I've heard.
Well,
So back to the picture. Darth
Yes.
Vader's in the picture.
Yes. Very cool. And I love the orbs around the blasters. I really think this is an old Star Wars poster because usually when you see laser beams,
I think it was.
they're straight.
It's where it's. correct me if I'm wrong, but it's also part of it's when the lightsaber came out of the hilt, right? Didn't they also kind of do that on the real old posters? Not.
Yes. The one where Leia's wrapped around his leg.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And
He's barrel chested.
he does the Conan the Barbarian
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit more essence, illumination to the saber.
Well, on behalf of John, please subscribe because we want to tell you more stuff about Star Wars. We love Star Wars. We're going to be talking about Star Wars for a long time, and
we want to thank Jeff
hopefully Dave won't be
for filling in
so sore
for
after this
Dave.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much,
I had a
Jeff.
blast. Thanks, Dave, for being a bikini model this week. Really appreciate it. I don't look forward to the photo. Well, that's not true. I look forward to the photo, but thank you for the
We're all
opportunity to fill
looking
in this
forward to
week.
the photos today.
All right. Well, we end every show with not only a subscribe, but don't actually drink it. May the force be with you.
Thank you.